I need to get my levels first. Can
Yeah,
you
sure.
just
Yep, 1,
tell
2,
me-
3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
very good.
Good?
Yeah. So tell us about this Fisheries Symposium, why you're here, and what you hope to accomplish.
This is the second Fisheries Symposium that the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation has conducted in association with the University of South Florida. The first one 2 years ago was in direct response to the oil spill and in response to the grants that we gave out to numerous different research entities throughout the Gulf to find out what we'd learned about the effects of the Gulf oil spill on fisheries in particular. It was a very well attended symposium. We learned a lot and we felt that there needed to be a follow-up event. 1 year was too soon after the last one, so we stretched it to 2 years to give the researchers more time to fulfill what we wanted. And so here we are today, here at the University Centre, St. Pete campus, and we're about to start, what could be a very exciting symposium, judging from the amount of subject matter and the topics that we're going to discuss.
What did you learn about the effect of the oil spill on fisheries?
There's a lot still left to be learnt about it. The amount of money that we had to throw at the problem was small compared to what BP had to put out there. So they were somewhat inconclusive. There was no doubt a huge amount of damage done. There's still oil apparently at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico that hasn't been stirred up by any hurricanes this season or the last season either. And so, the jury's still out on the overall effect, but the visible effects were quite clear in the nearshore waters, the marsh areas, the estuaries, and the destruction to all wildlife, not just fish, was quite apparent.
There's a session tomorrow to talk about what to do with the Restore Act funds. How do you think that'll go?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out of it. I think what's going to be really interesting are some of the contemporary very strong issues like the red snapper allocations, marine parks, the rigs to reef programs, what to do with Goliath groupers. These are really contentious issues too. So the Restore Act is going to be a big part of it too. Yeah.
On the topic of red snapper,
Yeah.
are the population numbers coming up? Should there be more take?
It depends whose data you believe in, and the fact is that there isn't that huge amount of data out there for everybody to look at. And I think the first step that needs to be done is a more comprehensive stock assessment throughout the Gulf, not just in parts.
And protected areas, marine protected areas. What is there an idea of planning for more marine protected areas, or how is that going to work?
Marine protected areas have their place. There's no doubt that based on good science, they have a role to play in terms of protecting fisheries for the long term, allowing sustainable fishing. And where I live in the Caribbean, MPAs are very, very effective in keeping coral reef fisheries sustainable. So they should theoretically work here too, but it depends on the amount of effort and science that's put into them. You can't just haphazardly draw a fence around a piece of water and say this is going to be a marine protected area. You've got to have the science to back it up.
And finally, if people are interested in learning about fisheries or giving their input, would you recommend that they could come to this?
I really encourage any students, no matter what grade, to come to this symposium if you have the time, because it's very rare you get this fantastic collection of scientists and administrators in the same room, just collectively discussing these issues. So I'm very proud of the fact that we've been able to bring all these different people together for a second time to get down to the nitty-gritty, and that's to help make decisions.
Thanks, I appreciate your time.
Great, you're very welcome.